Good morning, student. In previous lecture, we have seen that the chapter current electricity. Now today, I am going to start new chapter, that is magnetic field ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. ये 10 चैप्टर है, ये अपन चालू कर रहे हैं. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ड्यू टू इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. दिस इज द नेम ऑफ द चैप्टर. इज आल्सो कॉल्ड एज magnetic effect of electric current. Last year you have been studied some basic concept of magnetic effect of electric current. It means that under the action of electric current there is production of magnetic field. म्हणजे करंटच्या सहाय्यानं मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड तयार होणे, म्हणजे अंडर द ॲक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट देर इज प्रोडक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. दिस इम्पॉर्टंट डिस्कवरी वॉज मेड बाय ओरेस्टेड. ॲज अंडर द ॲक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट देर इज प्रोडक्शन ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड, इट मीन्स दॅट कन्व्हर्स वॉज ऑल्सो ट्रू. Means under the action of magnetic field there is production of electric current. This discovery was made by Faraday, and we have to study this concept of production of electric current due to changing magnetic field. By the application of magnetic field there is production of electric current. This study we have to do in the next chapter. Now how there is production of magnetic field due to flow of electric current through a conducting wire. What is magnetic effect of electric current? The phenomena of production of magnetic field around a conducting wire which carrying an electric current, is called as magnetic effect of electric current. What is magnetic effect of electric current? The phenomena of production of magnetic field around a conducting wire which carrying an electric current is called as magnetic effect of electric current. The question arises here, how there is production of magnetic field around the current carrying conducting wire. This discovery was made by Oersted by performing a simple experiment. In his experiment, he was used a cardboard. This is the cardboard, and a straight conductor AB passing through the center of the cardboard such that the length of the conductor is perpendicular to the plane of the cardboard, and across this conducting wire we connect the battery to pass electric current through this conducting wire, and the battery is connected, ammeter is connected in this is the electrical circuit. This conducting wire is connected to the battery or supply by which we can pass electric current through this conducting wire. Before passing electric current through this conducting wire, on this cardboard you sprinkle some iron filings. लोह कीस असते, लोह कीस, आयरन फाइलिंग्स. तो लोह कीस या कार्डबोर्डवर असा शिंपडून टाका असा. You sprinkle these iron filings on the cardboard in a random manner. This is the situation, this is the position of iron filings on the cardboard in a random manner before passing electric current. Now, when we switch on this electrical circuit, what happens? There is flow of electric current through this conducting wire conductor from A to B. Due to flow of electric current through this conducting wire, and if I tap this cardboard, then it is found that the iron filings which are sprinkled on the surface of the cardboard arrange in a concentric circle around this conducting wire. As these iron filings before passing electric current are randomly present on the surface of the cardboard, but when we pass electric current through this conducting wire, and if we tap the cardboard, if we tap the surface of the cardboard, then it is found that this iron filing arrange themselves in a concentric circle around this conducting wire. This indicates that there is production of magnetic field around this conducting wire due to flow of electric current. Now, how these iron filings arrange in a circular manner around this conducting wire? This is the question. If I place, before passing electric current, if I place magnetic compass needle on the surface of the cardboard, before passing electric current, this magnetic needle remains in steady position in a particular direction. But when we pass electric current through this conducting wire, this needle shows some deflection in a particular direction. So, if I move this magnetic needle around this conducting wire, and if I locate all the points of this pointer of the magnetic needle on the cardboard, यहाँ रखा तो यहाँ स्टडी रहेंगी, यहाँ रखा तो ये ऐसी स्टडी रहेंगी, यहाँ रखा तो ये ऐसी स्टडी रहेंगी, यहाँ रखा तो ऐसे अपन ने पॉइंट लोकेट किए, उसको घुमाया, मैग्नेटिक नीडल को एक कंडक्टर के सबोताल कार्डबोर्ड पे उसको घुमाया और उसके पॉइंट लोकेट किए अपन ने. तो वी गेट ए सर्कल अराउंड दिस कंडक्टिंग वायर. As there is change in deflection of the pointer in the magnetic compass needle, this indicates that there is production of magnetic field around this conducting wire. So in this way, this deflection of pointer of the magnetic needle depends upon strength of electric current passing through this conducting wire. If I is 0, if current passing through the conductor is 0, then this magnetic needle shows a deflection in a particular direction. Now, if I increase the electric current passing through this conducting wire continuously from 0 value, what happen? The deflection of the pointer of the magnetic needle goes on increasing continuously. It means that this deflection of the pointer of the magnetic needle depends upon strength of electric current passing through the conducting wire. Now, how we can find the direction of magnetic field produced by current carrying conducting wire? This direction of magnetic field was found by Oersted by using right hand thumb rule. By using right hand thumb rule, we can find the direction of magnetic field. Now, hold this straight wire. What is right hand thumb rule? Hold this wire in the right hand such that this outstretched thumb represents the direction of flow of electric current, while the curl fingers around this wire or conductor represented as the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying conductor in a circular manner. These curved fingers around this straight conductor represented as the direction of magnetic field around this conductor. This is the right hand thumb rule. If the flow of electric current is in upward direction, if direction of flow of electric current in this way, if the direction of flow of electric current from A to B, then magnetic lines of forces produced around this conducting wire is found to be in clockwise direction in this way. If there is flow of electric current through this straight wire from B to A in this way, then this thumb represent direction of electric current, while curved fingers around this thumb represented as the direction of magnetic field. When there is flow of electric current through this conducting wire from B to A, then magnetic lines of forces produced around this conducting wire is found to be in anti-clockwise direction. In this way, by using right hand thumb rule, we can find the direction of magnetic field due to current carrying conducting wire. So, this is the direction at this point. This is the direction of magnetic field. At this means direction of magnetic field is always tangent drawn to this magnetic line of force. If I draw tangent to this circular magnetic lines of force is represented as the direction of magnetic field at that point, and so that this direction of magnetic field is found to be in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. It depends upon the direction of flow of electric current either from A to B or B to A. This is right hand thumb rule. Oersted only found that the direction of magnetic field due to flow of electric current through this conducting wire, and this direction of magnetic field due to flow of electric current through the conducting wire, we can find by using right hand thumb rule. That is, this is the right hand thumb rule. Hold this straight wire in right hand. Hold this straight wire in right hand such that this thumb, outstretched thumb, represented as the direction of flow of electric current, and the curl fingers around this straight wire is represented as the direction of magnetic field. This is right hand thumb rule by which we can find the direction of magnetic field. Now, when the straight conductor moving with certain velocity in a magnetic field is at right angle to the direction of magnetic field, then this straight conductor is acted upon by some force, and this is a right hand rule. What is right hand rule? A student, that is, may ask this rule, that is right hand thumb rule. So, what is this right hand thumb rule? So, by using right hand thumb rule, if I stretch the three fingers, that is index finger, middle finger and thumb. If I stretch index finger, middle finger and thumb, such that these three fingers are mutually perpendicular to each other, this index finger represented as the direction of magnetic field, while this middle finger represented as the direction of flow of electric current, and this outstretched thumb is represented as the direction of motion of the conductor. When the conductor is moving with certain velocity through a magnetic field, then it is acted upon by some force, that is a motion of the conductor. Motion of the conductor is perpendicular to this plane. This is right hand thumb rule, that is this is the thumb, this is the index finger, and this is the middle finger, and this is the index finger, this is middle finger, high index finger, this is index, this is middle finger, this is index finger, and this is thumb. This is index finger represented as the direction of magnetic field. B. Middle finger represented as direction of current. Direction of current, that is I. And thumb represented as direction of motion. So by using right hand thumb rule, if three fingers of the right hand are stretched, if three fingers of the right hand are stretched such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other, and the index finger represented as the direction of magnetic field, and this outstretched thumb is represented as the direction of motion of the conductor. If the conductor moving with certain velocity through a magnetic field of induction, of certain induction, then due to the motion of the conductor in a magnetic field, the induced current, the current induced in the conductor in a direction perpendicular to both. This is a right hand thumb rule. Okay. What is right hand thumb rule? According to this rule, if I stretch index finger, middle finger and thumb such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. The index finger represented as the direction of magnetic field, and outstretched thumb is represented as the direction of motion of the conductor. If the conductor moving with certain velocity through a magnetic field of certain induction is at right angle to the direction of magnetic field, then the induced current is set up inside the conductor in a direction perpendicular to both. This is right hand thumb rule in case of motion of the conductor, Now, next article is that there are two rules. Right hand thumb rule, this is also right hand rule to find the direction of induced current. Now, third rule is, you remember all this rule, Fleming left hand rule. What is Fleming left hand rule? In case of Fleming left hand rule, due to the interaction of electric current with magnetic induction or magnetic field, the force is acting, दोनों की लड़ाई में से इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की दोनों का इंटरैक्शन में एक फोर्स तैयार होता. This direction of force we can find by using Fleming left hand rule. The Fleming left hand rule states that if I stretch the three fingers of the left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. These are the, if I stretch three fingers, that is middle finger, index finger and outstretched thumb of the left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. If the middle finger represented as the direction of flow of electric current and magnetic induction B represented as the index finger, and index finger represents the direction of magnetic field. If these two are perpendicular, if electric current and magnetic induction are perpendicular to each other, then the force is acting at this point in a direction perpendicular to both. This is Fleming left hand rule. So this is the one of the rule by which we can find the direction of force which is experienced by the charged particle due to the interaction of electric current and due to the interaction of electric field and magnetic field. This is the Fleming left hand rule. These are the two rules. Now, when the charged particle having charge q moving with velocity v through a magnetic field of induction B, that due to the motion of charged particle in the uniform magnetic field B, the force is acting on the charged particle in a direction perpendicular to the plane formed by V and B. This is एक Q चार्ज है, एक Q चार्ज है मूव हो रहा with velocity V. When the charged particle having charge Q moving with velocity V through a magnetic field of induction B such that V is perpendicular to B, then the force is acting on the charged particle in a direction perpendicular to the plane formed by B and V. This is force. Now, if the charged particle is in motion, means in case of conductor contains large number of free electrons, and free electrons moving through this conductor from one point to another point with certain speed. This speed is called as drift velocity of the electron. The direction of drift velocity of the electron is always opposite to the direction of conventional current. So that as the electron of the conductor moving with velocity v through a magnetic field of induction B, then this electron of the conductor is acted upon by some force called as magnetic force is acting on this electron moving with velocity v through a magnetic field of induction B is given by Fm is equal to electron carries negative charge minus E into V into B. Electron carries negative charge, so that the force acting on the electron moving with velocity v through a magnetic field B through a magnetic field of induction B is given by Fm is equal to minus EV. Now, in place of electronic charge, if I consider Q charge, when the charge particle having charge Q moving with velocity v through a magnetic field of induction B is at right angle to the direction of velocity, is at right angle to the direction of B, then the magnetic force is acting on the charge particle in a direction perpendicular to both, and this force acting on the charge particle of charge Q moving with velocity v is Fm is equal to Q v cross B. Force is a vector quantity, Q v cross B, and this is Fm. The direction of this magnetic force depends upon the cross product of V and B. You know that vector product of two vector, V be the velocity vector and B be the magnetic induction, is a vector quantity. And if we take